Hey, Orla. Good morning, guys. Hi, Colette. So let's wait a few more minutes. We'll get going in a couple of minutes, I think. So while we're waiting, you could just turn it into a few minutes of stillness, a few minutes of doing absolutely nothing. I had he's dead now, a Buddhist teacher, um, probably the teacher who's had the most influence on me in terms of my understanding of meditation and all of that. And he had a practice which was doing nothing. Just don't do anything. Is that Michelle? Oh, hi, Hey, Michelle. So, because always we're busy, we're kind of not so much human beings as human doers. And that was it. That was the practice. Was just sitting in a room and doing absolutely nothing. Or more difficult than you can imagine. It's okay for maybe a minute or 2 minutes. Try and put in an hour of just not even meditating, not breathing exercises, not doing yoga, not reading, no scrolling through smartphones, just undoing. So, one more moment, one more minute of stillness, and we'll start. Let's begin. Let's begin lying on our backs. So take up a reclining position. Have your knees bent. We will start this morning's class with some reclining movement. Okay, lying on your back. With your knees bent, position your hands on your belly. Now I'll stay seated so you can hear me. Allow your eyes to close. So a big part of our practice is to come out of our heads and just come into our body. And in the body, even we're not looking to get caught up with anything. We're just using to look our body as a way into inner stillness, peace, contentment, quiet. The body is naturally earthed. So here, as you lie on your back, become aware of your feet, soles of your feet, and to whatever extent opening to the experience of the sensations you find in the soles of your feet. Avoid thinking about your feet. Go for a direct feeling experience in awareness of your feet resting on the floor. Two points of contact with the earth underneath. Now shift your attention to your buttocks, where your sit bones press against the earth underneath. And again, avoiding thinking about this experience and directly tuning into it. The pressure of your sit bones against the earth, feeling sensations in the area of your buttocks, becoming present to these sensations. We'll go through a few more points. As we go through these points, just for yourself, see how different an experience it is to be attuned to these sensations as opposed to lost into thinking. It's qualitatively different. Let's shift our attention now to the area of shoulder blades resting on the great vastness of the earth underneath. Once again, becoming present. Part of our training is to develop the capacity to be present, mindfulness, the ability to be present to what's happening now, directing our attention quite deliberately, skillfully, here opening to sensations that we find in our shoulder blades pressing onto the earth underneath. And now, where the back of your head rests on the earth, so a little point where the back of your skull presses against the earth. Let your attention go to there. Narrow your attention down to that point. You're just generally opening to the experience of your head resting on the earth. So we connect with our physical body quite deliberately. With our eyes closed, our physical body, it's more of a somatic experience. It's an abstract experience of, in this case, pools of sensation in awareness. Now let's shift our local attention, our mind's attention to the experience of our hands resting on our belly. Steady rise and fall of your hands as you breathe in and out. Become aware of your breath. With your mouth softly closed, breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. quite deliberately. Inhale, fill your upper body with your breath. Slowly lifting your abdominal area, opening your ribs, lifting your breastbone, collarbones, and exhale, dropping, 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 shoulders, chest, belly. And additionally now, as you inhale through your nose, and as you exhale through your nose, as you inhale and fill the three parts of your lungs, bottom, middle, and upper, pace your breath so that it's roughly 5-6 seconds for an in-breath, 5-6 seconds for an out-breath. I'll guide us through a few rounds of this, and then we'll move on. So everybody preparing for an in-breath, relax your belly, breathe in through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale through your nose, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax your belly, breathe in through your nose, 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale through your nose, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten your legs, stretch into your heels. Inhale, reach your arms over your head, stretch out your entire body, lengthen out your entire body. Now, let it be a pleasant experience, just like waking up in the morning, that simple delight of coming into the body and beginning to energize it again. Reach into your heels, reach into your fingertips, take a breath as though the breath came in through the soles of your feet, and breathe all the way up along the entire length of your body to your fingertips, and exhale back down along your body. So that as you inhale, you have a wave of attention, of awareness, just moving up along your body. It won't be detailed to that, just a sense of traveling up through the entire space of your body on your in-breath. And as you exhale, traveling a wave of awareness down along the entire length of your body. That inner space is being moved through from the feet to the fingertips as you inhale and as you exhale in the opposite direction. Bend your knees, hug your knees, grab hold of your knees, your shins, keep everything soft. Squeeze your knees in towards your belly, relax your shoulders. Begin to sway a little bit gently side to side. So again, with your eyes closed and your knees bent, your knees held, ever so gently sway side to side. Just loosen out your lower back, some gentle rocking movement, staying with that sense of your body moving from side to side. Just have that sense in awareness. So all we're looking to do is disinvest the thinking mind of our interest, our involvement. So we skillfully just let our mind's attention go to different objects. Here's the body moving a little bit side to side, breathing softly. As we do that, the thinking mind starts to lose its grip on us through the practice. Great. Okay, squeeze the knees more tightly, kick into your heels, open from the mound of the big toe to the mound of the little toe. Energize the feet, that's it. Relax your shoulders. Great. Exhale, stretch both legs to the front of your mat. Inhale, sweep your arms back behind you. Exhale, return your arms by your side. We'll repeat this protocol. Inhale, reaching back behind. Exhale, arms by your side. So we inhale behind and we exhale arms by your side. We coordinate this movement. In breath, reach back. Exhale, return your arms by your side. Inhale, yang energy, sun energy, stretch. Exhale, moon energy, soft energy, yin energy. Great. Couple more. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, arms by your side. Externally, we're sweeping our arms overhead and behind. Internally, we're letting our mind stay with this movement. In a kind of a more conceptual meta level, we're organizing the movement, coordinating it with the breath. Inhale back, exhale arms by your side. Great. Arms by your side, leave them there. Join your legs. Inhale, stretch one leg up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, opposite leg reaches up. Exhale down. Off we go, repeating this protocol. Very simple protocol. Keep it simple. We have some hip flexion. We're lifting our leg up. As we reach into our heel, we stretch through our calves, Achilles tendon, and we stretch the back of our legs, hamstrings. Very simple. Main thing is, inhale leg up, exhale down. Inhale opposite leg up, exhale down. Letting that be what gets your mind's attention. So we just gather our attention around this experience of our legs lifting and our legs descending. Our inhale and our exhale. The movement of the sensations through this sense of spacious awareness. Good. As we stretch our legs. Nice. Bend both knees again. Bring them in. Kick into your heels. Release your arms by your side. Exhale. Tip your heels towards the floor. Inhale, bring your knees in. So exhale, your knees move away. Inhale, they come up. We'll repeat this movement. Deeper hip flexion. Nice. Just a few more. Good. Knees in the air. Separate the knees. I'll make circles with your bent knees out to the side. So we open our hips. We stretch our inner groins. Some movement. So pelvic area, hip area health. Do it slowly. Feel the movement. Be aware of the movement. Fantastic. So it's quite nice. I like this. It stretches the groins. It opens the hips. But it's very easy. It's very easy. Breath kept simple. Let's change direction. Nice. Movement. Start to do a stronger version of this in mobility gains where we hold. So it's a reclining frog pose done dynamically. So keep it the dynamic movement. Just loosens up the whole musculature of the hips and the groins. Great. Good. Let's loosen out our back. Bend your knees. Feet down. Arms out from your side. Dynamic bridges. Inhale. Lift yourself up onto your shoulders. Exhale down. Repeat this. Inhale up. Do a bridge. Exhale down. Inhale. Lift your bum. Lift your back into the air, come onto your shoulders, exhale down. Now again here, just be process orientated. Don't get hung up on nailing some sort of a strong bridge and jamming the vertebrae of your spine together. Just hang up on movement, opening, what's happening. Extension of the spine on the inhale. Opening in the rib cage. Rolling onto the shoulders. All done on the in-breath, and exhale down. And then just feel that whole movement in the anterior, the posterior of the body, anterior too, the sides of the body. So movement, very much movement. Opening. Great. Sideways twist. Knees bent, feet hip width apart. Feet are on the floor. Exhale, both knees flop out to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees flop to the other side. Inhale, center. We'll repeat this. So we loosen the lower back, hip area, but we have a spinal twist as well. So we anchor our shoulders down. We avoid falling out to the side. Keep your shoulders down. Shoulder blades connected to the earth. There will be some movement in your rib cage, but mainly the lower part of the rib cage. Your knees go out to one side. They come to center. They go out to the other side. If you're comfortable with your back, combine your legs. Bring your legs together, both knees together, and you'll find more work as your knees fall out to the side, coming into your lower back. Great. Okay, super. Next, static twist. Hold. Recline. Place your right foot over onto your left knee area. You could fall out to your left. Let your foot come down to the ground. Adjust yourself as much as you need to. You could place the foot on the leg, but if it comes to the floor, a little bit more of a pleasant stretch in your lower back. Glute area. Take some breaths into there. Breathe into the area. You're going to, in all likelihood, find some tightness there around the hips, or hips tend to tighten just from modern day living. So just breathe into there. Undo. Very simple. Just come into the pose. Let go of thinking. Breathe. So you know, as I teach, the 3 pillars of our practice will be body awareness, breath awareness, and then present moment awareness. It's very simple. Just what's going on now? Stretching hip area, lower back. Good. How does it feel? Breathe there. So you're in there. You know, you're alive to it. So breath, body, being. Good. Let's do the other side. Up you come. Foot over onto the knee. Fall out to the side. We got a twist. Pleasant. Don't overdo it. Adjust yourself as you need to. Adjusting here might be straightening the lower leg, or the top foot can just maybe not come to the floor, but come onto the inner leg. Take some breaths here, about 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Breathe and feel. Very good. Nice. In breath. Up you come. Hug your knees. Hug your knees. And then with your knees held, rock and roll. We'll either roll onto our side to sit up, or we'll pop ourselves up to a seated position. Seated position. Legs out straight. Fingertips by your hips. Now maybe soften your knees if there's a lot of bending in the lower back or pulling. You can bend your knees. Well, if you can't have your legs straight, have your legs straight. Fingertips by your hips. Roll your shoulders. Floating ribs stay in. Gently press into your fingertips. Sit up tall. Good. Kick into your heels. Backs of your thighs down. Slight inner rotation in your thighs. Engage your quadriceps. Keep breathing. Remember the breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Get the breath into the ribs, into the chest. Pace your breath. Roughly 5 seconds in, 5-6 seconds. Same for the out breath. And additionally, ideally doing breath of sound, whisper sounding breath. Okay, good. If it's okay, hands come into prayer. So if your legs are getting fatigued, good. Mine are. Yeah, we're holding the pose. Kick into your heel. So be aware of your back. This may be enough for you, but if you like, reach your arms out. Take your arms wider than shoulder width. And then inhale breath, beginning to stretch up. So as you reach up, be aware of your head and neck. If they start to shrug and tighten, then unshrug your shoulders. Take your arms wider than shoulder width. Reach into your fingertips. Good. Pause here for just a couple more breaths. Don't overdo it. It's a wonderful stretch, L stretch. Good. Okay. Exhale breath. Lean back. Fingers point forward. Soften your elbows. Lift your heart up towards the ceiling. Good. Shoulder blades come into your body. Lift your heart. Lift your chin. Take your chin up and take your chin back. Pleasant back arch here. Push into your hands. Push down on the backs of your legs. Lift your heart. Arch your back. Fantastic. Don't overdo it. Look forward. Sit up. Cross your legs. So actually we'll cross our legs by first of all stretching them out. We'll take our one foot, we'll put under the opposite knee. Opposite knee. Okay? So this lines us up then to have our shins crossed, not our feet. So we sit up. Again, fingertips. Sit up tall, sit up tall, sit up tall. Let's rotate our upper body. So we have hip opening going on here. Turn. And turn from the tailbone. Don't just swing your head around in your shoulders. Movement comes from the tailbone, abdomen, ribs, trunk, and a little bit of rotation in your head. Now, outer arms, move back. Shoulders roll. We rotate without tensing our neck. Breathe here. Hand is come behind your body. Bring it in close to your bum. We tend to fall back, which is fine. Maybe that's what you need to do to take pressure off of your back, but we're looking to have our spine upright. Super. Feel the twist. There's a whole feeling tone to rotating the trunk. We're engaging or we're loosening the whole abdominal area where we can tend to hold tension, emotions. Okay, let's come back to center. Undo legs, opposite foot under opposite knee. Cross your shins, lengthen your spine, sit up tall, and now rotate. Okay, hand in behind you, close in. Front hand on the knee, lifts the interior of the body, and rotate from tailbone. Initiate the rotation from hip area. Some teachers will say the hips should stay aligned. That's fine. But I used to. But other teachers say let the hips come out of. It's fine because then the pelvis can move. Otherwise, if you kind of keep your hips aligned, you're kind of locking. You're starting to lock from waist down. So whatever feels good. But do get the movement coming from the bottom of the lower part of the spine. Outer shoulders back. Sit up tall. Take some breaths. Feel the stretch. Feel the stretch. Feel the stretch. Great. Good. Let's change sides again. Feet long. Opposite foot under opposite knee. Cross your shins. Sit up tall. Sit up tall. Now, hands in front. High arches. Again, the movement comes from the sit bones. Roll forward on the sit bones. Belly goes towards the groins. Walk your hands forward. Importantly, keep your spine long. Long spine. Tendency here would be to just drop the head. Spine long. You'll see for yourself, it just engages the hips and the groins more. Spine long. Walk forward as much as you can. And breathe here. Just a deeper hip opening. Stretch into your heels. Always be mindful of the inner knees. Great. Lift the heart. Fold a little bit more maybe. Relax your head and neck without dropping, without energetically dropping. We're just free from tension. Maybe take your hands a little bit wider than shoulder width. Super. Great. Okay, walk back up. Change the cross of your legs. Remember, foot under knee. Sit up tall. Roll into sit bones. Fingertips in front. High arches. And pitter patter forward. Find a work in your hip. One hip more than the other. Then roll. Soft. Breathe. Hold the pose here. Nice. Attention to the whole area of your hips, groins. Okay. We want to come to be on all fours. So some will come up, spill over the knees. Some of us will just have to take our legs out to the side, but we will make our way to be on all fours in all cases. Tuck your toes under, knees are bent, lift your bum into the air, relax your head and neck, lengthen out your spine. Now begin to stretch your legs. So open the legs, heels reach towards the floor, but watch out for your lower back. More important to have your back nice and long than having your heels down and you're humping. Engage your quadriceps, and just get a nice stretch through your entire body. Let's do some sun salutes. Look to the front of your mat and walk your feet forward towards the front of your mat. Feet together, uncurl your body and stand up. We'll do some, maybe 2 rounds of slow sun salutes. Inhale, sweep your arms out to the side. With your eyes, look up towards the ceiling, press your hands together. Exhale, soften your knees, fingertips come to the mat. Inhale for a flat back, hands to your mat, both feet to the back of your mat. Exhale, let's do this one today. Knees down, waist down, belly down. Inhale for a cobra. Exhale, downward dog. So down dog. Get your spine nice and long. Establish your breath. I think, we know the breath is just so important to our practice, but it's more typical, it's more common that we forget about the breath and we just get hung up on stretching the legs. Oh, the shoulders are tight. So as soon as you come into the pose, establish your breath. So it's breath, stretch, breath, stretch, breath, stretch. Great. So think of your practice as a breathing practice with movement. Okay. Let's come back to the front of our mat. Inhale, we'll walk our hand, feet forward, and we walk ourselves into a flat back pose. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, uncurl your body. Standing, then reach and look up. Exhale, arms by your side. One more, inhale, breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, hands flat, feet to the back of your mat. Vinyasa this morning is knees down, waist down, chest down, point your toes. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. So remember, establish your breath. Establish your breath. Breath, stretch. Our practice is a breathing practice with movement. Having established your breath, stretch out your entire body. Engage your hands. Remember, press down on the tips of your fingers, base of your fingers, little arches under the middle knuckles. So that will engage your upper body strength, your shoulders. Engage your quadriceps, That allows your hamstrings to lengthen. Hips away from your shoulders. Lower abdominal drawn in. Okay, look to the front of your mat. Return to the front of your mat. Inhale for a flat back. Knees are bent as much as you need to. Exhale, forward fold. Relax your head and neck. Stretch your legs. Inhale, bend your knees. Standing up. Sweep your arms sideways. And together, your hands reach towards the ceiling. Look up towards your thumbs. Exhale, arms by your side. Good. Let's do easy shoulders. Just do some rotations to do some prep for a little bit more. Let's change direction. Feels like we haven't done these in a while. Okay, let's come in the other direction. And change direction again. Okay, we'll do some static hold. Inhale, both shoulders up. Hold it, pose. Hold your breath in this case. Exhale, release your shoulders, release your breath. One more, inhale. Hold the pose, hold your breath. Exhale, release the pose, release your breath. Good. Okay, so here, bring your hands together. Now, position your hands over on one hip, towards it. Wrists join. Imagine you have a joint beach ball between the elbows. Begin to squeeze your elbows together. Okay, you got that? Avoid turning around with the shoulders. Just keep your shoulders pointed forward. Squeeze the elbows together. As you squeeze your elbows, well, not together, but towards one another, also move your fingers forward. Your knuckles go forward. Yeah? So knuckles go forward, wrists together, squeezing the elbows towards each other, and your shoulders stay aligned. For 3, for 2, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then 1 will shift over to the other side. Yeah. Wrists together, elbows towards each other, knuckles move forward. Pause. Squeeze here. Squeeze. 3, 2, and 1. Down. One arm up, big circles. So just some shoulder mobility. Nice sweeping circles with your arm. Take attention into your shoulder area. Let's change direction. Sweep. Lengthen. Open. Great. Change sides. Change direction. Nice. Good. Interlace your fingers. Rotate your palms. Inhale. Stretch up. So here, we'll look to keep your head and neck relaxed. Bend your elbows as much as you need to. Avoid leaning back. Avoid flaring your floating ribs out. Stretch up. Stretch, stretch, stretch. So get some length through your upper body. Lift your outer shoulders. Imagine someone took those wrists of yours and lifted them a little bit higher. Nice. 3, 2, and 1. Step your feet about meters distance apart. We'll do wide leg. Hands on your hips. Soften your knees, lift your heart. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Swan dive down. Keep your back long. Release your fingertips to the floor. High arches. Inhale, long back. And now again, moving from the hip area, begin to go into your forward fold. Draw your fingers to be back aligned with your toes. Relax your head and neck. And start to stretch your legs. So again, it'll be more common that the legs have a soft bend in them. So prioritize having your back long, no straining, no rounding in lower back or your back kind of just hanging in the air. And we want our upper body to be folding in over our legs, not suspended in the air. Suspended in the air is just going to strain some joints. We want to lengthen muscles. And for most of us, that's going to mean bending your knees a little bit. It's fine. Okay, then into pose. Engage your thigh muscles. Open the eyes of the knees. Stretch out the backs of your legs. Okay, the next movement, we're going to turn to face the front of our mat. However that is for you. Take your back knee down. Okay, and we find ourselves in a lunge pose. Now here, we'll do it twisting. Whatever knee is in front, place its hand on its thigh. Opposite hand is down. Okay, front foot can turn out a bit. Before we rotate the trunk, let's lengthen it. So inhale, lift. Now as you lengthen, not so much arching, but just lengthening, and then lengthening, rotate, rotate, rotate. Good. Open the bottom shoulder, long back. If you like, you can take your top hand, reach it up towards the ceiling. Great, good. So we have a rotation, opening, work in the hips, maybe a bit of a stretch in the inner front inner thigh, possibly a stretch in the back, quadricep and psoas muscle. But keep it easy. Breathe there, stretch, reach up, feel, 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 feel. Great. Okay, we'll come. Point your toes, front toes forward, both hands inside your front leg, and you can start to descend down inside your front leg. Some may position elbows on the floor. Some of us will stay with straight arms. Again, just descending down inside your front leg. We're going to access the front inner leg a bit more. Maybe stretch the back, quad, psoas muscle a bit more. If there's tightness there, you might find it. Breathe here. So like, be somatic and be embodied in the pose. Just like, be in there and breathe, and feel, be alive in there. Just really kind of like animal in there, just alive and present and alert, and not dumping. Okay, and mind drifting. Nice. So good. We'll come up. Put both hands either side of your front leg. We're going to stretch our front legs in a kind of a dynamic movement. So we pivot on the front heel. We do this in the mobility gain, so at least when I teach it, so it might be familiar. Good. See, we stretch the leg and come back. Great. Okay, next time you stretch your leg, straighten it, hold. Bring the toes back towards you. Open the outer knee. And then inner and outer rotate your leg. That's it. Just more range of movement. Leg rolls. Not just the foot, the leg. Thigh bone rolls in and out. Great. A few more quick. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay, let's come to be on all fours. Opposite foot forward. Back. Knee is back. Front foot can turn out a bit. Position your hand as a support on your knee, your thigh. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Keep the floating ribs in. Lengthen your spine. Rotate your trunk. Feel it. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Breathe. Just feel your body. Conscious body. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose. Conscious breath. Breath of sound, ocean sounding breath. And then you're just present. You're with what's happening now. The experience right under your nose. Good. Next step, if you like, stretch up. So again, the stretching up is a lengthening of the spine. It's stretching shoulders as well. And lengthening the spine will ask more of the hips. Super. Okay, now we come forward. And we descend our upper body towards the floor, inside the leg. And I'll feel it and breathe and deepen. Great. As low as you want. But I often find that if I stay up, if I don't go all the way down, I actually get more stretch, because quite often when I go down too far, I just start dumping. So again, it's like, just don't overdo it. Great. Okay, we'll stretch our leg. So come on up, pivot on your heel, stretch back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Okay, a few dynamic ones, then a static hold, and then thigh bone rolls externally and internally. Kick into your heel, open across the ball of the foot, inner and outer rotate the leg. Great. Nice. Okay, out of that, all fours into a down dog. Let's stretch out in the down dog. And this time in down dog, we'll vinyasa into a plank pose. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, upward dog. Nice. Exhale, down dog. Let's stretch out in down dog for about 20-30 seconds. Establish your breath. Establish your hands in the pose. Relax your head and neck. Look back between your legs, or if it's okay for your neck to do so, more towards your belly, but don't strain your neck. Okay, good. And then knees down. Sit your bum back towards your heels. So for some of us, this will be as far as we go. We'll be, that's it. We'll just reach our limit. We won't get all the way down, so we hold it. That's okay. That's just tightness somewhere in ankles or hips. I don't know. Possibly ankles. So hold it there. If you can, come onto your heels. Come onto your heels. We stay there. And then could also introduce sideways movement. Only if your bum is on your heels. Otherwise, just stay with the first step. Great. Okay, we'll change sides. Lateral stretch. Breathe into your outer ribs. Great. Okay, in all cases, up you come. Pop those legs out. Or Vista Konasana or seated side stretch. So take your legs nice and wide. Again, just a lot of tightness in the hips, hamstrings coming into sit bones. You may bend your knees or you may lean back. That's fine. Kick into your heels. That's your practice. Next step will be to sit upright. Sitting up tall asks more of the hips. Kick into your heels. This may be where you stay, Or next step, rotate to look out over one leg. Remember the forward fold is moving on the sit bone, stretch out over your leg, kick into your heel. There's a range, there's a spectrum of movement there. Just find a stretch that's right for you. Establish your breath of sound, ocean sounding breath. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose. Inhale for a count of 1 to 4. Exhale, 4 back to 1. Great. Nice. Let's come up. We'll do Baddha before we move on. So we can all reset. Bring your feet together. Again, maybe some will be leaning back, some will be sitting up, fingers by the hips. Some will grab hold of feet. Great. Descend your thighs. Right. So not the knees, the thighs. And descend your thighs with their own muscles. So don't be pulling on your legs and forcing your thighs down. Use your thigh muscle strength to open as much as is okay. Nice. Relax your head and neck. Open your hips. Stretch your inner groins. Breathe. Good. Let's do the other leg. Wide legs. Some will lean back. That's your practice. That's fine. Some of us will sit up more tall. That's fine. If you can, rotate. And then the forward fold asks more, right? So to wherever. So the initial is coming into the pose, then straightening legs, and then bringing spine upright, and then the forward fold. You progressively ask more of hips and legs. So here, breathe, kick into your heels, stretch out over your leg, or be up high. Great. Okay. Inhale, breath. Up you come. Exhale, legs together. Recline on your back. We'll do a bridge pose. Now, feet are hip width apart. Just check in on your lower back, and you may need to reposition your waist or your ribs so your back isn't compressing. Then inhale, lift your bum into the air, walk onto your shoulders, interlace your fingers, and then pressing into your elbows, come high up onto your shoulders, and we have a bridge pose. So this morning, some of us will stay here. Next step, if you like, is most of us, we can all do this, I think. We can just leave our feet where they are, but just gently press on your feet like you're going to press the earth forward. Because the earth doesn't move, you'll open yourself more up onto your shoulders. All right, now stay here. Or if you like, lift one knee into the air, one foot into the air, hold it there if you like, stretch that leg up towards the ceiling. That's it. And if you're stretching your leg up towards the ceiling, imagine someone came and took hold of your ankle and they lifted the ankle just a little bit, maybe a bit more, up towards the ceiling. Good. For 3, for 2, and 1. Let's all come down out of the pose. Pause for a moment. Okay, good. Let's reset. Up you come again. Interlace your fingers. Now with your hands interlaced, walk your elbows in. Walk your elbows in. Because this too is going to set us up. We're not going to do it today, but it will start to set us up for Ard Sharvangasana, half shoulder stand, which some of us have been doing. So get the elbows in. Get the elbows in underneath the upper body. Press down into your elbows. Forms, you can just lever yourself up onto your shoulders, open the ribs, open the whole chest area, arch your back, feet stay where they are, but just push on your feet. No, they don't move, but just pushing, because they don't move, the upper body moves. Back up onto the shoulders, stay here. Lift your quads towards the ceiling. Remember, as much as we're arching the back, we're also stretching quads, opening hips. Next step, if you like, is to lift the opposite leg, bent knee into the air. If you like, straighten that leg. And then again, if your leg is straight, imagine someone took hold of the ankle and lifted it up towards the ceiling, just a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Down. Stretch your legs long. Inhale. Reach back behind you. As you reach back behind you, hook your thumbs together, cross your thumbs so that you can draw on your thumbs and reach back, and you'll just lengthen out your shoulders a little bit more. Great. Kick into your heels. Release your hands, bend one knee, bring the knee in towards your trunk, stretch into your heel. Release that leg, bend the other knee in, draw that knee in towards your trunk, stretch into your heel. Now hold both knees, relax your shoulders, soft here. Again, you can begin to sway ever so gently, side to side. Let's come back to the twist we did at the start. Both feet down, right foot over onto left knee, and then fall out to your left. Get a nice reclining twist here. Eyes are closed. Arms out from your side. Okay, as you hold a twist, as you hold this twist, simple meditation instruction. Rest with awareness of your body. Not thinking about your body, just aware of it. Curious in the sense of that's where your attention is opening to. Good. Inhale up. Undo your feet. Let's go to the opposite side. Left foot and right. Fall out to the right. Get a twist. Arms out from your side. So again, you want to be comfortable here. That may mean straightening the lower leg or positioning your top foot on the bent leg, maybe a little bit more high. Eyes are closed. Rest with awareness of your body. And now come back up to be on your back. You can stay on your back like we started, reclining with knees bent, or if you care to straighten your legs out. If your legs are straight, then take your feet as wide as your mat, out to the top corners of your mat. If your knees are bent, you could step your feet wider as well, just so that your knees can collapse in on themselves. Arms from your side. Take a couple of minutes here. Position yourself with comfort. Now, turn your gaze inward. Have a sense of whole body space. Entire length of your body. and let go, soften. And again here, for the next 90 seconds or so, rest with awareness of your body. Beginning to waken your body up again. Gently, once more, have a sense of yourself. Have a sense of the room that you were in. Moving your fingers, moving your toes, gently turning your head to one side and then over to the other side. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, back behind you, stretch into your heels, then bending your knees, reach forward, hug your knees in, marking the end of your relaxation by rolling onto your right hand side. And from your right hand side, push into your hands, your elbows, come to sit upright, sit cross-legged. Just do about 3 rounds of 3-part breath. So sit comfortably, eyes closed, relax your belly. Now inhaling, like we did at the start, relax your belly, then fill your ribs, and then fill your chest with your breath. Lift your collarbones, and then as you exhale, relax. Collarbones, drop your chest. Push the air out with your belly. Belly relaxes, ribs open, chest lifts. Exhale, mouth closed, chest drops, belly pushes air out. As you do quite deliberate, conscious, purposeful, full natural breaths, observe the movement. You're guiding, you're shepherding your breath through the 3 parts of a full natural breath without any strain. Probably go to about 80% capacity. One more round. normal breath. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Internally repeating, if you care to. May my practice heal and strengthen my body and mind. May my practice heal and strengthen my body and mind. Release your hands onto your legs. Blink your eyes open. And we finish this morning's practice. So appreciate you coming along to practice, everybody. Hope to see you in a class this week. My name is Donald, for anybody that doesn't know me. Enjoy the rest of your day.